Fire signs, how are you? I hope you are well. Welcome, Inflow to Rome. My name is Mary Patricia, and I will be doing your reading today. So, I'm starting with Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. In some cases, Venus. So remember, just to take what resonates, whatever doesn't, just let it go in the flow. And we'll see what energy we have for Aries in January, New Year. Season's greetings. Hope you have a fabulous Christmas. And an even better New Year. Give me 3 cards, please, for Aries. 3 cards. One more. Fabulous. All right, Aries. So, ooh, you have turned up as yourself here. Very strong. Very dominant. Very dominant. Beautiful card as well. So there's all this fire here, but it's a really interesting thing. And because with all of this, all of the fire, there's also the 8 of Swords. So there's something here that you could be procrastinating about. There is something here that you have put yourself into a self-imposed prison with the 8 of Swords. In the middle of your reading, here I have the Knight of Wands on the side. So somebody here may have a lot of the fire placements anyway, but you are here standing in your power as the Emperor, this maverick individual, the boss person who is making stuff happen. All right, I want to clarify. Where's my other deck? This is the strangest thing. I have the other deck here. But what I'm going to do instead, as I can't find that deck right now, that's hilarious, I am going to take 3 more cards. And in the meantime, I'll be looking for the... Where is that deck? It's the strangest thing, Aries. Like I had it in my hand. Some of you may have lost something, because this is very odd. I always have my decks just right here in front of me, and for some reason this one has now gone missing. Okay, give me 3 more cards, please, for Aries. What does Aries most need to know for the month of January? But you are standing in your power. There's something here that you may need to sort of step out of. You have all the tools to be able to do it, though. Give me 2 more. 1 more. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's a very interesting thing, because now I have the 2 of Swords. You know, I've got the 2 of Swords, so once again here in the middle of the reading. But either side, very, very nice cards, Aries. It looks like life is going to be pretty good. So there could be an offer, right? Or there could be inheritance that's coming through. So somebody here could be getting some money that's coming through from a family member. You may get a promotion at work, or you, as you're always in your power here, there's a possibility here that you're investing more money into your own sort of ventures and creative pursuits. That's also a possibility here. I think that's actually really nice. Yeah, I really, really like that. There's something here you're trying not, either you're trying not to see, or you're seeing it and it's just very much like you don't want to make a decision on it. I don't really understand why that is occurring. That's a very interesting thing. Okay, here's the deck. That's a very interesting thing as into why you're trying to sort of not focus on it. Right, it's something that can go either way, either yay or nay. And it feels like, okay, what I'm getting here is that it feels like it's going to take a long time to come to fruition, or it's going to take a long time to solve, and it's the reason why you're not sure you want to dedicate the time into it. Let it be known that if you dedicate the time to it, the detail, the focus, right, it's really going to change things up for you. It's really going to change things up for you. That's an interesting one. Sorry, I've got my hot water bottle on my lap because it's cold where I live. There could be a trip that somebody is planning for overseas, or looking at the options at what is possible at this time. Okay, so I want to have a look at this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is right in the middle. cards. It's almost like a bit of a loss of loss of power or something there that could be going on, which is a very interesting thing. You know, neither nay or yay. And right underneath it, I also have the Two of Swords, neither yay or nay. Okay, so let's have a look a little bit deeper at that. Why is the Knight of Wands here on the side? Why is that? Give me maybe one or two cards. Let's see. Clarity. You just don't have clarity on something. That was very, very clear. You don't have the clarity at this particular point, or you're waiting for something else to happen, mainly so the clarity can actually come through. Is there anything else on that? Give me one or two. Okay. Yeah. Okay, something here has to end. So I'm just going to tell you this now. I started your reading previously and I couldn't go through it. For some reason, I had to stop the camera. So the first reading did indicate that something had to end, something had to finish, or something has come to a conclusion. A cycle has definitely ended here. Okay, but there could also be a situation here where it feels like somebody doesn't want something to end, right? That it's almost like there is a few people here who are in two minds about ending something. It's almost a situation of really having to take the time out. Yeah, in the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups has fallen before for you in the first reading that I did that I couldn't post. Okay, but I also have it here again, the Eight of Cups, and you also have the Eight of Swords. Eights indicate a lot of change that's happening. There's a lot of change and movement. You know, a lot of change and movement is happening in this person's life. There could be a call for somebody just to take the time out to focus on their inner soul. Once again, here there's this planning for a journey. There's a planning for a journey here. Some of what I'm talking about here is going to involve risk taking. You're good risk takers, Aries. I'm sure you can take a risk here on something here that feels good. All right, so I want to have a look here at the Two of Swords. There's someone here that's preventing something from happening. Six of Swords is now in reverse. So this is not really following the universe's direction. This is almost like there is somebody who's going against it, right? And trying to prevent something from ending. Right. But let it be known that you only get your superpowers back, you know, as being like a real Aries, a real fire sign, when you've made that decision. And made that decision, because look at here underneath of the deck, I have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this could actually be like a couple, could be a love situation. There's a possibility that it could be a love situation. I don't have the love cards, but there's a possibility here. There could be multiple people involved. There is a need for clarity here, absolutely. Somebody wants to offer an apology. There's a lot of dreams and wishes really that's going on here. But it's almost like you, the Aries, you're really thinking, if I invest in this thing, am I going to reap the fruit of all of my labor? This is basically where your focus is right now. It's almost like there's been a lot of disappointments in this situation. Okay, so let's round this up. Let me just get 3 more cards. Let's have a look at what we can see here for Aries. I just want to see what else we can get. What is the conclusion, please, for Aries? Can we just get 3 more cards, clear messages out of that situation? Just 3 messages, please. Not 3 messages, just 3 cards. That's interesting. So maybe there's somebody who's going to be sending you messages. It could be 3 messages. It could be on 3 platforms. It could be email, voice notes, text, anything like this. Right? It could be somebody who's chasing you around. It could be someone who's chasing you around for answers for something. And this is what you're in 2 minds about. Okay? And again, the Two of Wands. Give me one more. That's really interesting. Okay. So somebody here wants to have a conversation. This is about, oh God, so many cards. This is about a conversation that really needs to be had, right? Somebody's going to be rushing in quickly to have this conversation. This person wants to talk, but the person is talking in a way that's real logical, there's still a plan here. You know, there's still a plan here for somebody to travel, to make moves, looking at the next option, next direction. It could be in regards to a partnership, right? Because the twos, they represent partnership. You've had the Two of Swords twice now in your reading. Ten of Swords, this is the end of things. This is something moving away from a situation that wasn't feeding you, wasn't nourishing you. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. It's time to turn your... See, the lady there has her back turned against the situation, right? There is a call to turn your back against the situation. As you can see, there's messengers all around you telling you that this is being timed. What I think is really interesting here is that a lot of the cards I'm pulling for you from this deck, the Light Seers Tarot, there's a lot of birds. There's a lot of birds in your cards. That indicates to me that you know what it is exactly that you're supposed to do. You know the universe has been speaking to you, but it's likely that you've been either ignoring the message or avoiding taking action. Remember that inaction is also action. If you're not doing something, that's a natural decision that you've made, okay, to not do that thing. Also have the Six of Swords again, but now I have it in the upright, right? So what the universe is trying to tell you is that in the new year, right, I'm actually going to say the first few months, right? Okay, I'm going to say the first few months, Jan and Feb, it's going to be important for you to try to move on from a situation that has not really been working for you. It's interesting because there's a lot of back turning here, a lot of back turning in your cards. Here we have the Knight of Swords. As you can see, the bird is there once again. Here we have the Ten of Swords. And here we also have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, back turned to a situation. But with the Eight of Pentacles, there's a call for you just to focus on what it is that that you're... It's a call to focus. It's a call to focus and to master some things, either to master yourself. Give me one card on that. Either to master yourself or to master your work a little bit more. So maybe there's a call for you to change direction. There's a lot of people changing direction at the moment. You know, it could be a change of direction. This is a career reading for somebody. It's a change of direction for somebody here. Right? To refocus their attention. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? What are they supposed to be focusing on? Give me one, okay? Give me two. Ooh. This could be self-love, right? This could be self-love, right? But also moving away from this loss. You know, Five of Swords is very much somebody who wanted to win something at all costs, right? But in the winning of something at all costs, there's always going to be loss. But in that loss, you are able to find the love in the situation, i.e. the self-love. What becomes really important in your life? Is it self-love? Is it the love of others? It's the love of everything that you're pouring everything into. You know, love, life, it's love in all of its forms. All of its forms. So love of career, self-love, right? Love of another is all the love. Love of family, love of friends is all of the kind of loves you can think of. But it's after a period of loss that this really becomes more apparent. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave that reading there. It's very interesting, quite deep, a lot of good things happening there. But this whole thing about the new year, it feels like it's a moving on from something. It's a moving on. Right. I've also just noticed on the Six of Swords, right? I know it's always been there, but I just really noticed it here, sort of thing. Here are the birds again, right? And here's all that water, sort of thing. So somebody here may be traveling. Here on the Knight of Swords, there's a motorbike right at the end there. And here on the Two of Wands, there's a globe. It's a globe, so somebody's really considering their options, moving overseas or traveling overseas for a little reprieve. And the Ten of Swords, overlooking the horizon, looking to lands far away. Very interesting. And here with the Eight of Pentacles, it's very much that the planning and the focus, being real diligent and just getting your head down, right? And looking at all of the details of what it is that you need to be doing in this new year. So start planning, Aries. All right then, my loves, that's all I've got for you for now. I'll be back soon with another reading. Until that point, ciao for now, my lovely Aries. All right, so we have finished Aries. 1550, we are going to Leo. Leo, how are you, my loves? I hope you are well. Inflow Tarot, let's get a reading for you. If you don't know me, my name is Mary Patricia. I did a few readings for you a few years back. I mean, but the views were so little, I stopped doing that. It doesn't matter, I'm back now. All right, let's see what we have for you for the new year. So Inflow Tarot here. Whatever doesn't resonate, just let it go in the flow. So here, team, I'm doing Sun, Moon, and Venus. In some cases, for some people, this is going to resonate. Take what works, whatever doesn't, just let it go in the flow. Let's see what we got for you, Leo. Give me 3 cards, please. What do we have for Leo? Just 3 cards, clear messages, thank you. Give me one more shuffle, okay. Those fell, so I'll take 3 cards. All right. So Leo, you have turned up in your reading. This is very interesting with the fire signs. You're turning up in your readings really strong. So Leo, you are here in your reading, the Strength card, really grounded, really strong. There's a really young energy here, you know. There's really young energy here. So there could be somebody who has children, you know. There could be somebody here who's watching this mainly for their kids. It could also be a new start for somebody. This could be a new start for somebody also. There's a new start in abundance in terms of maybe a job coming through, but also maybe in terms of communication. There's a new start in communication. Now this could be in any area of life as we're looking at it at the moment. Let me show you your cards. We have the Strength, we have the Knave of Coins, and we also have the Knave of Swords, right? The Knave of Swords can also indicate that there's somebody here who is doing a spy job on you at this particular time. You know, could be somebody here who's spying on you, who's looking for further details of what you're up to, right? But this is somebody who communicates in a really good way. Really articulate, intelligent. It could be a young person. Let me get 3 more cards here. Let's just get a little bit more on this, you know. Let's just get a little bit more on this. Is there anything else here that Leo needs to know for the new year? January 2023. Gosh, can you believe we're already here, Leo? It's interesting, isn't it? That year just flew. I literally blinked and it was the end of the year. Okay, give me 3 cards, please. Clear messages, just 3. 3 cards. What does Leo need to know for the new year? Give me 2 more. Okay, really quick. Okay. Okay, so there could be a situation here. You know, there's somebody who's working hard. Really, really working hard. You know, their head is almost down, but there's also somebody here who could be really defensive in a situation. You know, there could be a little bit of a defense mechanism that's kicking in, almost a little bit, the word I'm looking for is surly. You know, it's almost like, oh God, I'm having to do all of this work, I'm knackered, like, when is anything going to happen out of this, and things like this. This is what I'm, you know, what I'm feeling from the 9 of Wands here. There's a lot of passion, there's a lot of dedication, There's a lot of just getting your head down and getting it done. Right, it's very, very simple. With the Five of Cups, there's a feeling of loss here. You know, disappointments maybe. Disappointments may be in love, or love may be coming in with the Ace of Cups. Let me start to clarify immediately. So I'd like to have a look more at that Five of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here? Because everything else around it just seems to be okay, you know. Then the Five of Cups just arrives there. Disappointments, loss and sadness. Let's have a look here. Why is the Five of Cups here? Give me just 3 cards, please. Perfect. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Okay, so there may have been a little bit of a loss in terms of a situation where the balance wasn't really equal. There's a balance here that wasn't really equal, or justice wasn't served. It may have been a legal situation, so there could have been a family here. There could have been a family here. But there is some communication that's going to be coming in. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. Because I spoke about the communication. You know, there's communication, there's talks, there's some dialogue that's coming up in between of a few people. There's some communication that's really coming up here. And it's fast communication as well. But it's communication that takes you out of the loss, you know, takes you out of the loss, so to speak. Give me a little bit more on that. Let's get 2 more cards on. Oh, gosh. Yeah, there's a reunion here. So this definitely could be a family. This could be a family, friends situation. There's been a little bit of distance and things like this, right? There are some secrets there. There are some things there that still feel like they haven't not been told, or maybe the date hasn't really been set yet, or whatever it is. There's a bit of back and forth, bit back and forth with this, but at the very same time, it's very much like there's this whole situation. Oh, what are those 2 cards? That's weird. Why the hell was I holding those 2 cards? Anyway, I was holding these 2 cards in the left hand. So this could definitely be a couple. So here I have the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, another fire, but more Sag energy. But as we can see here, both these 2 people are looking in the same direction, right? But as we can see, the gentleman, i.e. the King of Wands, they're looking in the same direction. That doesn't mean they're really looking in towards each other, if you know what I mean. So this could be a situation of a couple who are maybe going through a legal situation here with the kids. It could be a custody thing. I could be just completely wrong about this. This is really interesting. That is what I'm getting. All right, let's have a look a little bit deeper. Why is the 9 of Wands here? What is the defensive energy now that's being picked up? What is this? Yeah, okay, this is definitely about a home. You know, this is about, oh, okay. The story's unfurling somewhat here. So what I've got here to clarify the 9 of Wands, I have the 4 of Wands. I have the 7 of Cups. So the 7 of Cups is somebody who has a lot of options but isn't sure exactly which option they need to lean in towards, because not all of the options are really viable. There's also here the Knight of Cups, an opportunity for romance, an opportunity for a new love affair. But also, I have the Hierophant. Remember, the Hierophant is a very is something that's very I'll say institutional. It's something that's formal. Okay, so with the Hierophant here, this could have been a higher level of commitment. It could have been a higher level of commitment. This could be a marriage or something like this. There could have been a higher level of commitment here. And there could be, because justice was in reverse, right? This is telling me that there could be a separation or a divorce or something like this where there are kids. This reading is like for 2 people. His reading is like for 2 people. That is such an interesting thing. Because that is the only... No, there's another story I'm picking up now, okay? There could be a new beginning in... Right, there's somebody here who's going through a divorce. Okay, that could be just 1 or 2 people. But there are some people here who are starting all over again anyway, right? And coming off that vibe of, right, splitting up from somebody. There's also a possibility of that. Okay, yeah, so there's this whole situation here with the Hierophant. I don't know why I'm really focused on the Hierophant. I just want to clarify the Hierophant a little bit here. Okay, so on the split of the deck, I got the Lovers card. So this could definitely be about a marriage, a higher level of commitment, something like this. Just give me one more card. Let's see. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, this is about something from the past. This could be a relationship from the past that there was an offer on the table that really wasn't your vibe. It wasn't really good enough or something like this. It was just very much like there's an offer on the table from the past, right? But it's almost like there's an individual here that decided to look into other avenues, to look at other possibilities, maybe to travel, to look at what else, right, is actually available to them, because this particular situation was not. That's interesting. Okay, let me just have a look at one more card here. So also I want to look at the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, sorry. I think I'm talking way too fast at the moment. The Ace of Cups. So because I'm talking really fast, I don't naturally, I don't talk that fast. The communication that's coming in is going to be quite quick. And it could be about your children. Could be about your children. Ace of Cups, give me something there. Why is the Ace of Cups here? Yeah, this is about something from the past, right? Or moving on from the past. So it could be a settling of a situation from the past. Yeah, putting down the burdens. 6 of Swords again. I'm sorry, I say again, I just did the Aries reading, right? They had the 6 of Swords. There could be a situation here of the kids are deciding to stay with one of the partners rather than the other, but maybe changing their mind at this time. Give me one more on that 6 of Swords on the side, because it's neither. Yes, okay, that really makes sense, and that is breaking somebody's heart, but it causes somebody to be more into their own abundance at this particular time, to focus on themselves, to focus on becoming a little bit more autonomous, to focus on their own prosperity, almost in a way, right? It's almost like it forces you to do that. It forces you to do that. It forces you to do that with those 2 cards that turned up. Okay. Let me just have a look quickly. Let's see. Oh, just like 3 more cards, Spirit. Just give me 3 more cards on the outcome of this situation, or if there are any further messages for Leo. Okay, those just turned. Give me one more. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, there's a call actually for someone to be a bit more strategic. That's nice. Yeah, for someone to be a bit more strategic about what it is that they want to get out of this situation. The 7 of Swords landed right in the middle of this reading, and on either side of the 7 of Swords I had the World and the 10 of Pentacles, which is beautiful, isn't it? Which is beautiful. So that's the happy family life. Okay, so it's almost like there's a call for you to step into the new cycle in order to bring harmony, to work in conjunction with the second party. That becomes really important. The World card is 21, 2 + 1 is 3, and the 3, right, it's more about the sense of bringing a sense of working as a team. Working as a team. So there's going to be a lot of that that's going to be going on for you in January. Be more strategic. Doesn't mean you have to be underhand, but be more strategic about what it is that you need and want in your life. And that's going to enable you to achieve this Ten of Pentacles. What is interesting about this Ten of Pentacles, it comes off to me as if it's sort of coming into my body like it's not going to be the average sort of Ten of Pentacles, or it's not going to be a conventional Ten of Pentacles. It's going to be quite unusual. So whatever the Ten of Pentacles means to you. Yeah, that's really interesting, because there goes the Tower. So there's going to be change to someone's family life, right? There may be a little bit of conflict. There may be a little bit of conflict. A lot of people putting in their bloody 2 cents there, right? And there's something here that somebody is no longer working on. You're no longer focusing on it. You're no longer working on it. Give me 2 more there. Really interesting. Yeah, there's a Klingon energy. A little bit of a Klingon energy, right? Or there's a call for someone here to hold on to their finances, right? Until they're able to sweep this situation away, you know. So there's going to be a lot of working, you know, there'll be a lot of working here with the family, you know. There could be mediation that's going on here, you know. There could be mediation that's happening here. But someone is going through a Tower moment now, or it's upcoming. Changes are coming imminently. Imminently. There's going to be a huge shake-up, right? That's going to make you decide, I don't want to work on this situation anymore. I feel like it's a family situation. I don't actually think... Sorry, I'm sorry, Leo. Sometimes I have the messages, they come through just randomly. So there's a partnership here that, you know, there's a partnership here that needs to be worked on. A partnership, intimate, you know, intimate relationship that needs to be worked on in order to open that up. This does have to happen though, right? Only when that happens, does everything open up, then you're able to work on things a little bit more. Right, this is all about communication. You've got to communicate. All right then, my darlings, Leo, this is what's going to be happening for you upcoming Jan, Feb, right? There's a lot of deep work that's going on here, deep family work. All right, so I'll be back with another reading anyway. Until that point, I shall see you again soon. Ciao for now, Leo. And then let's go over to Sag. 33. Let's just make it nice and rounded. Okay, 33 minutes. Okay, Sagittarius. How are you, my loves? I hope you are well. Season's greetings. I just have to apologize. There's a lot of noise that's going on. My neighbors are hoovering or doing whatever. I'm just like, oh my God, why would you be doing that now? It's just so annoying when they do this, but it's okay. I've got your back. I can still do the reading. So Sagittarius, this is Inflow to Rome. My name is Mary Patricia. Take whatever resonates, whatever doesn't, just let it go in the flow. A lot of energy around Sag. Give me 2 more shuffles. Oh my goodness, lots of floating cards. For some reason, those are not the ones I need to take. Give me 1 more shuffle. Let's see. Okay. Give me 3 cards, please, for Sagittarius. Nice and clear. What does Sagittarius need to know about 2023? At least the first few months. What's going on? Okay. And give me 1 more. 1 more, please. 1 more. Fabulous. All right, Sag. So what I have here, you know, you are focusing at the moment. You're focusing in on yourself, right? Or focusing in on work. All you care about right now is work. Very interesting. There's a situation that has been really unfulfilling for you. It's not been happy for you at all. You are just like emotionally drained from it. You're not very interested investing a second more in that situation. But what is interesting here, Sagittarius, is that you really haven't articulated it. Yeah, you haven't articulated it in a way that is, I think, understandable to the other individual or the other parties involved. That's very interesting. Give me more on this Nine of Cups, please. Let me just get something here for the Nine of Cups. I'm losing light quickly, so I need to get through this reading. Nine of Cups. Give me something here. Why is the Nine of Cups here in reverse? A loss of strength. Okay. Yep. Very clear. Okay. Yeah, you've walked away from something here. 2 eights. Change, movements. Yeah. You've walked away from something here that was unfulfilling. It's also, it's really interesting because it fell on top of the Eight of Coins. What this is telling me is that it fell like that. It just fell on top of it like that sort of thing. Do you mean? I wasn't really clarifying this card, right? But if, right, fell on top of it like that. That's how I read my cards. I read how they fall. Right. What this is indicating to me is that you sort of invested a lot of time and effort into something or someone, and it turned out to be a complete waste of your time. As we can see here, the loss of strength, the loss of being able to give anything else, right? Of becoming weak from it almost. So it's almost like that person or that situation just drained you dry of all your resources. So you were taking a little bit of time out here to ponder, to think, to try and see something from another perspective that can be more healing for you. That can be more healing for you. That's very, very interesting. Actually, you know what? I want to keep those cards there. I want the story to unfurl a little bit more. Is there anything else on this, please, Spirit? Give me some more there. Anything else? Yeah, so someone here, they've taken the time out to, oh, a lot of cards. They've taken the time out to just really, to focus on themselves, right? And what they have discovered about themselves is that they are truly an amazing human being. I love this. There's a lot of, right. What I've also noticed here, it's almost like there's an emotional fulfillment, right? That is, it's coming through from taking the time out to soul search. That person that took that time out to soul search, right, has become a lot of a better person for it. Well done, Sagittarius, right? And now you're able to manifest all to your heart's content. Now you've become the magician. You know that you have the power in your hand to produce anything you want, to be anything you want, to get anything that you want. I think that is beautiful. Now, it's been a slow process. It has been a slow process. You know, you've been working hard. There's been a lot of focus. There's a lot of detail that's been going into it, sort of thing. But when you're sort of turning the camera on yourself, right, this is how it is. It feels like, it's this like, oh my God, it's really a lot of work, isn't it? And you're really having to unravel yourself and really... It's almost like the lens, right? It becomes completely I'm not looking for the word fixated keeps coming up. I don't know why, sort of thing. That may actually be something for you, but there has been a lot of sleepless nights around this. You had to move away from someone in order to stabilize yourself. You know, you had to move away from it in order to stabilize yourself. But because you moved away from this thing, there has now been a brand new beginning in abundance. A brand new beginning in abundance in terms of maybe a new location, in terms of maybe a new new opportunities. Okay, give me 3 more cards here for Sagittarius, please. What we got? That's really nice, Sagittarius. I really, I really like that. Yeah. And there's some stubborn energy here, some things you've not wanted to see and stuff like this, but you've had no choice. You've had to see it for what it is. Now, because you've opened yourself up to see it as it is, now the world also opens up for you. I love when that happens. And here you are. I'm sorry, not here you are. Strength. Now in the upright, that's a very interesting card now to be in the upright. It was in reverse just now, so that's really good. Okay, give me 2 more cards. Is there anything else here that Sag needs to know? Yeah, Sag, it's very important for you to communicate. Yeah, that's very interesting. So I think it was Aries that may have had similar cards. Yeah, it's important here for you to communicate because you have the King of Swords here twice, you know, right? He's up here on the front row. I'm sorry, not the front row, the first row, or like this. And on the second row, he's like this. You know, you have to communicate a little bit more, you know, and you need to communicate in an emotional way. You know, does it mean here that you're crying and all like, oh yeah, life is really hard and what have you, but you need to communicate your thoughts and feelings more, you know, put it into your work. You know, I feel like you need to put it into your work. There's a lot of defensive energy around you, Sagittarius, but I think it's because the situation, I think that you were in, you know, right, it really called for you to take the time to look after yourself a little bit more, right? And so now there are all these like boundaries that have been put up, and I think that's actually really good. You've got to have boundaries, but your head is down, you're just working. Okay, give me something here on this 9 of Wands, please. Just 1 or 2 cards. Yeah, something here is definitely ended. Right, ended in heartbreak. But there's been a lot of healing, Sag. There's been a lot of healing, Same cards are coming up underneath of the deck. Same cards are coming up underneath of the deck. Right. Here, this person is walking away from 8 full cups. 8 full cups, right? 8 full cups. 8 full cups is basically, yes, it's half and half, it's okay. But where are the other 2 cups? They're completely empty. You want to go out there and find the 9th and the 10th cup. Okay, this person wasn't it, or this situation wasn't the real deal, Holyfield. Okay, but there's been a lot of healing around here, you know. There's been a lot of healing, a lot of manifestations. Try to turn that upright, Sagittarius. So, you know, I mean, January, you know, right, this is just to focus on yourself again, you know, to start to more communication for you. Open your mouth and speak exactly what it is that you're really feeling. There's a lot of healing that's been done here. You can do it, Sagittarius. All right. This is the end of this reading, my darlings. I'll come back and do another reading in Feb. It's been wonderful to be with you. Have a great new year. Whatever you're doing, be safe, and I'll see you soon. Ciao for now, my loves.